Welcome back to Combat Sports Weekly. Joining us now for the second time. Congrats, you're the first person to show up on the stage here twice.
That means a lot, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me back.
Tim, the Dirty Bird Means.
Yeah.
July 11th, you have a huge fight against Matt Brown, number 5 ranked guy in the world. This is the highest ranked guy that you fought in the UFC, right? What are your thoughts?
Highest ranked guy, I'll fight at this point, but I fought a lot technically sound guys, a lot better, you know. So big name, big fight, should be dangerous.
Yeah. Now we don't know, if the Aldo McGregor fight, which is the main event on the main card that night, is going to happen. I had asked you before we came on if you think potentially you can move on to the main card, and you don't necessarily feel that you want that because it's the main event on the free preliminary card of the night.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look after my family and their pockets, you know. They don't have to buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So I like the spot where we're at. I feel a lot more people will be able to watch. So hopefully I stay right there.
Do you think the UFC anticipates that it'll be an exciting fight, therefore, having people just get hyped about it and buy that pay-per-view later that night?
You know, Dana White and Joe, they specifically asked for that time slot right after I fought Sullivan back in April.
Wow.
They wanted us in that time slot. So more than likely trying to get people excited, watch us beat each other up and get them to buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Do you feel this is the biggest fight of your life?
It's a game changer, you know. Matt Brown's tough. A lot of people know who he is. I'm renegotiating my contract at this point, so it's big time.
Yeah. What do you think he does well?
I think super aggressive in his pace. You know, that's where he stands out. So guys, when they kind of turtle up and don't throw back at him is when he does his best work.
Yeah.
So just gonna have to match his pace and outwork him.
Recently, another guy here from Albuquerque who you used to be teammates with for a couple of years, Carlos Condit, defeated Thiago Alves in a very impressive fashion. A lot of people were calling for a Condit versus Brown, but wait a minute, you had already been scheduled to fight Brown. What do you think of a potential fight with Carlos, and would you love for it to happen here so you have an Albuquerque versus Albuquerque fight?
Carlos and I have history, you know, so I think he's done a lot in the sport and earned his spot to get back in that title fight. So I just gotta show up, beat Brown down, and get thrown in the mix to fight the guys that are higher in that weight class. But Condit's an exciting fight.
Yeah, it's a very great opportunity that you obviously have there. With regards to, I guess, life outside of training, I know right now you're definitely training for what I feel is the biggest fight of your career, but you're also taking time to go back and help the community at the same time. Tell us what you recently did.
We were with the wheelchair sports group or sports camp right there at Highland High School. Ronnie with Los Vatos, his son Iceman, and go over there, talk to those kids and about the pain they go through. Iceman himself has had 3 back surgeries, so I went into that a little dinged up, and then my pain stopped hurting once I seen the way those kids were sucking it up. They were having a good time there. I could tell some of them were in pain, and they were just super happy and just made my day.
Yeah, you tend to help out with the community a lot and stay in touch. Why do you feel that's important for you to do?
Because I'm just trying to circle back around. Before, I was trying to be a criminal and get in trouble and not lead the straight and narrow. So now my nephews and my nieces are older and they look up to me, and I think a positive way is the way to go. If we're gonna be negative and mad all the time, we're not living life, So smiling and just trying to be upbeat about everything is a lot more important.
Yeah. Besides the wheelchair camp, you're also doing a program with the Fit Teens there at Fit NHB, your gym.
Right.
You told me before we came on that you guys, it's getting larger in size. Tell us about it in the group that you have there.
Yeah, we're up to about 25 kids, Some of these kids, when they first came in, their heads were down, they were shy. See these kids coming out of their shell, they're laughing, they're smiling, they're building confidence, that's huge. We're not necessarily looking for the next world champs in mixed martial arts. We're just looking for kids to hold their head up high and be proud of who they are, and not want to look across the desk and want to be somebody else. It happens with everybody. Everybody looks up to someone, but ultimately just have that trust and confidence in yourself.
Is this something you see yourself doing well past your MMA career?
More than likely, I'm happy where we're at right now. Life changes, but I have a good time working with the kids and working in the community.
Yeah, we had Danny Romero on a couple of weeks ago, and he's doing something similar at his gym, and he feels the importance of education and these guys trying to stay in the straight path. Is it just because of your experience that you know how easy it is to stray off that straight course that you feel that you should be invested in a lot of these younger kids that look up to you?
Yeah, I see boredom in these kids, just like I was bored, and I didn't really know what I wanted, and I was confused. I didn't have no plans, no goals, and I started getting into mixed martial arts to learn how to defend myself, and then I took it out and getting into street fights, and you know my backstory. So I'm able to relate with these kids. I didn't read it out of a book, and I didn't read their problems and their struggles. I went through these struggles, and I understand how they feel. Yeah. And I just want them to know that even the guys at the upper levels, even the champions struggle with every day-to-day depression or whatever. Hold your head up high and get through it, and just keep moving forward.
Well, it's a great thing that you're doing, so I'm sure that everyone's very appreciative, but I definitely want to give you, definitely point that out so everyone sees
cool. Thank you.
The work that you're doing here in the community. As far as your team there at Fit NHB, Ray Borg was recently ranked in the top 15 of the atomweight division. How, with the victory over Matt Brown, there's no denying you should be ranked in that top 15 welterweight weight class. What would it mean to have two guys ranked at a world level? And not to mention that, Amber Brown, who's also an atomweight in Invicta, is ranked number 4 in the world. What would it mean, I guess, for your gym to have 3 people ranked among the top 15 in the world in their respective weight classes?
Well, I think I got to call Ray out that you said he's an atom weight.
I'm sorry. Amber.
Amber's an atom weight, and Ray's the flyweight, so that's pretty funny to me. But we have a lot of people that are ranked. Brenda Gonzalez is ranked in the top 15, I believe. You have Amber ranked, Ray ranked. I'm trying to get myself ranked. I think I'm 20th on the list right now, but be scooting Matt Brown over here shortly. It just shows what we're doing at Fit and the flow that we're finding and the top-notch coaches that we do have. We don't have to come from a super gym, and we don't have to be knocking each other's brains out to get better. We're technically getting sound because we're getting exhausted in practice, and we're flowing and not trying to take each other out and trying to get better, and it's starting to show on the rankings, and it's starting to show in our fights.
Do you see your guys' success have an effect on everyone else? Maybe the motivation kick in a little bit more?
Absolutely. Everybody wants to see each other win at the gym. We don't have little cliques or little tribes in the gym. Everybody's together. Everyone knows each other. We know each other's names. And ultimately, everybody just wants to get better and move forward together.
Yeah. Finally, July 11th, you can catch Tim the Dirty Bird Means against Matt Brown, UFC 188. Again, it's on the Fox Sports prelim version of it. Where can people catch you on Twitter?
What is it at on Twitter? At Means Tim. Tim DB Means on Instagram, which I'm still figuring that one out.
Oh, you're on Instagram. I don't know. I got to find you.
Damage Control hooked it up. They've been throwing stuff on there, so I've been dabbling. And then Tim Dirty Bird Means on Facebook.
Thanks for joining us again. July 11th, Tim the Dirty Bird Means against Matt Brown.